So what does $15 buy you on Wish? How about 25 inches of blade? Okay guys, so some of you like these cheaper knife reviews that I've been doing. So I actually bought this one with my own money on Wish. Looks like the link is still active, so I'll put it in the link below, or I'll put the link in the description below. How's that? If you enjoy the content, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, allows me to do more stuff like this. So anyways, cheap knife, 15 bucks. I think shipping was like another 10 bucks. This particular seller is a USA based seller, so the shipping time was only a few days. It is made, the knife is made in China. You know, Survivor is a pretty well-known, you know, budget blade manufacturer. I think it's made by United Cutlery, or no, sorry, Master Cutlery. And I'll put, that's the model number there, if you care. But anyways, the reason I got this was I was just looking for something cheap and big to chop with to put on the channel here. And this one had some really good reviews. I think there was like over 4,000 reviews, and the average was like 4.5 stars. So I thought, why not? It's cheap enough. We'll give it a shot. So let me pull it out of the box here and show you what it is. Now the description calls it a zombie slayer knife or something like that, zombie killer knife. It's kind of bringing out your inner mall ninja in terms of the look, but it does have a nylon sheath. You do get a pretty big belt loop with that guy, and you got 3 snaps along there, 1, 2, and 3. So let's pop it out. There's really not much else to say about the sheath. It's, you know, fairly, sorry, there's 4 snaps. There's one on the handle as well. So there is the knife. It's a fairly flimsy, cheap nylon sheath. Pretty standard with this kind of price range of blades, but does come coated in a little bit of oil to keep it from rusting on the way over from China. You do get a lanyard, which is kind of arranged like a handle. You know, it's attached up here and back here. You got some, I think that's real wood on the handles. They call it Pakka wood, which is often on those like Pakistan on the Pakistan developed knives. The grind on it is shit. You can see, well, maybe you can see, but it's really uneven out here. It basically goes away, so there's no edge right there at all. And then out here on this part of the blade, the grind is okay. I don't know how sharp this thing is. A lot of the reviews said it was sharp, but you never know, because the people that are buying this, this may be the first knife they've ever held. You never know. It does say stainless steel, USA designed, again, made in China. You do have a saw back on there. When I looked at the website again, it does say it's over 25 inches in length. I think it's, the blade is like 14 or 16 inches. I'll put it up here. But anyways, it's a big honking thing. It's basically a machete without having the extreme flexibility of a machete. I guess it's more of a big knife. But the blade steel on this guy is 3CR13, so it's a very budget stainless steel out of China. I've had this blade steel on a number of things from like Ganzo, like their axes, I think, are all, or their hatchets are all 3CR13 blade steel. It's a softer steel. It's easy to sharpen though, and it works okay for these outdoors applications. So you do have kind of a hook here, which I guess you could maybe use to cut cord and that kind of thing, or use it like a sickle, you know. But other than that, I don't really have a good reason why the blade is split in 2 different levels like that, other than for aesthetics and to, you know, kind of look interesting. So does kind of have like a well, I guess it's a 2-tone. You know, it's painted. I'm sure that's just paint, not any kind of actual coating. It did come a little bit rusty, even like right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of rust, surface rust starting. But other than that, it looks like it came out okay. So anyways, let's see if it cuts a piece of paper. I just brought a piece of, you know, just regular paper out here. We'll start with the back edge, or the edge that's closest to your hand here. And it's not razor sharp. It's sharp enough to make the cut. And it is cutting. It's a little bit tearing. There we go. That went a little smoother. Not the sharpest knife, but it is sharper than I expected. You know, again, the reviews said that this thing was pretty sharp. Some people said it was really sharp, but I would say it's fairly sharp. Let's try this edge here. It's about the same. Started off okay and then started to tear. I mean, it is cutting. It's just not cutting smooth and great, but you know, if you're going to use this like a machete, that's probably plenty sharp enough. But what this thing should really excel at is chopping, so let's do a little bit of chopping with it. Okay, we're just going to start off with these monkey brain fruit, because I've got like a bazillion of them out here, and they are pretty taut. You know, they're like, I don't know, they're tougher than an apple, that's for sure. So if it'll cut this, it'll cut an apple. There we go. Really clean cut on it. Let's chop it again. Boom. Yeah, that's super easy to chop. That actually does really well on the old monkey brains. Let's try another one just for fun. See if I can actually get this one in the middle. There we go. There it is. Cut. Moving up to a stick. Let's see how she chops. Right through that one. Right through that one. Pretty clear cut, or clean cut on that one too. So yeah, it's doing plenty well enough for me on the chopping. Yes sir. 2 chops for, I'd say that's maybe 3/4 of an inch thick, something like that, a little more than half. So there's that. Okay, got much bigger stick now. Let's see how she chops. Oh yeah, that more broke than chopped. That's a pretty old stick. Let me see if I can find something better than that. Okay, this one here is much greener. I've already taken a few swipes at it. This is actually doing a number on the blade. I already cut this part off camera just to bring it over here to the camera, but I'll show you. So this handle sucks. You got a lot of right edges on here, and boy, when you're chopping, that starts to bite in right here and right there, and yeah, not a very comfortable one. I'd want to round those off or something. I mean, I guess they are screwed on, so you can take it off and put a different handle scale on if you want, or you could make your own, but for this thing, I wouldn't bother. It's man, it's just not chopping through this very well at all. Let me just show you where I'm at here on this. You can see it's just not biting. It's not biting in very hard. It will on the stump, but on this thing, no sir. I call that not good. Okay, I think I want to see if it'll do a little bit of batoning here. So We do have enough blade out here on the end. I think I can pound that through, but we'll see if it does anything. There we go. I mean, I didn't get it right in the middle, but did split it. Let's see if we can do it the other direction. Maybe, if it won't fall over. There we go. All right, here we go. It's going through, but man, it's a struggle here. Well, okay guys, I'm giving it an F on the batoning. Maybe a D, I guess, but I think because the blade geometry here, you know, it doesn't really widen much. It's really hard to get it to actually split a piece of wood. It'll chop okay. It's just not a very comfortable knife to use, and it does definitely display its cheapiness. It's not really thick enough to be a bushcraft knife. The handle is really uncomfortable, and it's already wiggling a little bit. I can feel it when I chop, not so much as I'm just standing here, but every time I hit it, and you can actually see there's a little bit of a gap starting out on this side of it. So I don't know. The nice reviews on Wish are a little overstated in my opinion. Let's test this point out and see how well that handle's getting stabbed in here. And yeah, it did just fine. No damage to the tip. So there's that. I decided I'm gonna give the batoning one more chance here on an already split piece of wood. See if we can split it down just a little bit more. I don't have high hopes, but I'm going to say that's even worse. So, fails at batoning for sure. Okay, guys, so obviously you see this thing is probably not worth your money unless you really are looking to kill zombies and they've got really soft skulls. You might be okay. Otherwise, I don't know, man. This thing just isn't good. I guess we should see. Let's see what the edge retention is real quick, and we'll see if it cuts anything. No. No. Let's try out here. No. Okay, so, and the sharpness is already gone from just doing, I don't know, 10 minutes of chopping. So, yeah. I would not buy this knife, but if you want to, I left you the link. Just, you know, maybe you want a wall hanger or just a conversation piece. That's about all this thing's good for. Anyways, happy Friday, and I've got some more videos coming up. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.